Welcome back to Red I See is waiting. Today we're doing high speed Gordon. We're in the high speed engine. Oh, smell that. Okay. Tunnel was excited. The diesels at Yelm Works, he announced, say that on the other railway there are things called high speed trains. They have a diesel engine at each end, and it can go 125 miles an hour. Gordon snored. An engine at each end, said scornfully. It's only one of me, but I bet I could go as fast as those smelling boxes on wheels. Probably faster, he added. The others said nothing. They had heard Gordon's boasting before. Gordon was still bragging the next morning. Speed's nothing to me, he said. Why? One of my Doncaster cousins went at 25 miles an hour. I'll show those diesels a thing or two. Just you wait and see. He moved gradually towards the station. Gordon normally pulled the express, though he, James, or better help if Gordon was ill or away. Many visitors came to see the Hat Controller's railway. They often used the express, so it was usually full and heavy. It had been frost during the night, and the weather was wet and sleety. Sweet settled on the rails, making them nicely firm of their surface. Engines on the express stood under the cover of the station roof. But when Gordon coupled up to them, his cabin front end stood outside. He grew colder and colder as he waited for the guide to blow his whistle and wave his green flag. Come on, come on, come on, he shivered impatiently. Let's get started. At last Gordon heard the whistle. Come on, 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 he shouted as he tried to pull the weight quickly. But his wheels slipped on the icy rails. In that moment, water in his boiler surged forward, and the Gordon's driver could not shut off steam. Gordon moved the yard and slithered to a standstill, held back by the heavy train. His wheels spun fiercely, but neither Gordon nor his train budged an inch. Help! Help! Wailed Gordon desperately. But no one could, and nobody could. Gordon's wheels spun until swaths ached. And could do nothing to stop them. He tried every trick he knew. The inspector came and tried some more, but it was no good. The Fed Control came to see what the fuss was about. He said several things to Gordon, but Gordon was making so much noise that he couldn't hear them. Sparks showered from the rails, while Gordon's wheels went on spinning. It was a quarter of an hour before Gordon used up all of his steam. Reduced pressure allowed the driver to close the regulator, and when a deep sigh of relief, Gordon felt his wheels stop turning. The silence was amazing. Donald came to take Gordon into the shed, and Henry came to pull the express. When the train had gone, workmen had to replace the rails where Gordon had been waiting, because his spinning wheels had made deep grooves in them. The shed was empty. Donald tactfully remembered another job and left Gordon on his own. But that night, Gordon heard a whisper from close by. "Did you hear? It has how Gordon went for a spin today?" There was a quiet chuckle. Gordon rinsed in silence. "High-speed engines are all very well," the whisper went on. "But Gordon should know by now that he is supposed to move his train too." Gordon snorted indignantly. Gordon snorted disgustingly. Olivia gasped. The whisper subsided into silence. Smokescreen. Gordon was feeling stuffed up. "It's the cold," Gordon explained as fireman. "It's locking up your tooth something awful. Well, we'll have to make do with it. There's nothing else. Why not have a good sneeze, Gordon?" suggested Henry, thinking of the time when he punished some boys dropping stones on him. "That would cheer you up, clear your tubes." "Certainly not," replied Gordon with dignity. "The Fat Control wouldn't approve. You didn't like your sneeze, I seem to remember." Next day, Gordon was nervous as he backed onto the express. "At least I shan't slip today," he thought. "I suppose they'll laugh at me again if I don't keep time." He needed have worried. By the time they reached the junction, it was right nicely as he approached Edward Station, Gordon's fireman began to make up the fire. "Just get a good run at the hit while you got enough steam to do it," he said. "I don't trust this low-grade coal." At the station, party up plane goers, all in their best clothes, are standing on the platform. As Gordon swished through, flying hard for the hill, smoke on the newly made fire steamed from his funnel. He vanished into the distance and left the black smoke screen sailing over the station. It covered everything, rain, gas, and all. A cloud of soot and smokes. Waves to Gordon, shaking fists. And the wedding party hurried angrily to the station master's office. At the end of the line, an inspector came to see Gordon. His message from the Fat Control was short, but not sweet. "It's not fair," Gordon grumbled to Boko. "How could I help all the smoke? It's not my fault the coal is so dirty." "Never mind," Boko urged him reassuringly. "And where I'd be if I got upset every time someone called me smelly. Anyway, so for the good for the garden, my driver said. But not for new clothes, muttered Gordon. Gordon was extra careful on the way home. But it seemed that today wasn't his lucky day. The Fat Controller had broken the journey to the other railway to apologize. To the people at every station, he had done his best. I was waiting for another train when Gordon came by. As the express thundered through, a cloud of black flakes flew from it and landed on the Fat Controller's new top hat. When Gordon reached the next station, there was another message waiting for him. The Fat Controller says, announced the inspector, that Gordon blew ashes from it onto his top hat as he passed every station. Gordon was mortified. Wheesh, he explained indignantly. I did not. I was being extra careful. I'm sure the Fat Controller can't be right, put in Gordon's fireman. I can't help it, said the inspector. That's what he says, so there it is. I'll speak to Gordon when he gets home. Gordon went sadly back to the shed. For God's sake. Fire escape. Driver says the Fat Controller is coming home tomorrow, said James a week after Gordon's bad day. Gordon grunted. I wasn't anxious to see the Fat Controller. I must do well today, said to himself as he waited to start the express. Good run today might help. The Fat Controller hears about it. Things did not begin well, though. Thanks to the last-minute passenger, they were late starting. Which meant Gordon missed his path to the junction. It was delayed there, too. But with a clear one after that, they passed through every station, going splendidly. They were halfway up the hill. There was a clatter beneath Gordon's cab. Suddenly he felt a blast of cold air in his middle, as though there was a gap between his boiler and cab. Ooh! He asked, "What's happened?" The fireman looked at his fire. There was a gaping hole in the middle, where the fire bars had collapsed, and a large part of the fire had disappeared. You lost part of your fire, Gordon, the fireman explained. What a place to do it. Already, Gordon was feeling weaker. When at full fire, his steam pressure and speed fell quickly. But the fireman knew what to do. Find the biggest piece of coal you can and put it across the hole, he told the fireman. That will stop some of the cold air from getting in, and we'll be able to hold steam better. But hurry, the hill will beat us. The fireman hurried. A large lump of coal lay near the front of the tender. Quickly, he moved it into place with a shovel and a long steel bar. Gordon felt better once. Now build this fire gently around the edges, said the driver. So the fireman did. And then Gordon adjusted Gordon's controls to make the best use of his steam. Right, Gordon, he said to the fireman when the fireman had finished. It's up to you. Gordon tried his hardest, but it was rough going. I must do it, he told himself as he headed up the hill. He had stuck here once before and was determined not to fail again. But Gordon was getting very breathless. I will do it, he panted. But he was very careful. Not to pant too loudly in case it blew away what was left of his fire. He shut his eyes and struggled on. Alas, Gordon felt the slope was easier to climb. Cautiously, he opened one eye. It was nearly at the top. I've done it, he gasped triumphantly. The fireman wiped his brow. That was splendid, Gordon, he said. Now you deserve a rest. A signalman turned them into a goods loop and telephoned the works for a pilot engine to be repaired. While they waited, the passengers got out and told Gordon what a useful engine he was. Wilco was at the works to help, and the two engines finished the journey without further trouble. At the end of the line, the Fat Controller was waiting for them. To Gordon's surprise, he was smiling. Thank you, Wilco. And thank you, Gordon. For a splendid effort. I am pleased with your work today, though. So, turn it. One of the things they used so much by Little Blue and the Fat Controller had to hurry to his carriage. Once again, poor Gordon was left in suspense. Gordon proves his point. One day, Gordon reached a next station on the mainland. To find the station, to find the platform crowded. It's a real tour, explained the diesel. It's a real tour, explained his driver. Going along the coastline to Carlisle, I think. The station master came up. Can you help? He asked. These rail tour people are stuck because their train has failed. Could Gordon take them in his train, please? Gordon started to laugh. He'll have to hold them back, Gordon? He said. But you need the Fat Control's permission. And what about our return train? The Fat Control agreed at once. Then the signalman ran in the shed. What can you substitute for Gordon's Express? He asked. There's a high-speed train that came yesterday, they suggested. It's only got one power cord working, but it should keep the Fat Control's timing. Philippa, she prepared Pip for short, and Emma were delighted to stand in for Gordon. Pip's cooling system was faulty, and made her hot and bothered. But Emma didn't mind doing all the work. They felt honored to visit the Fat Control's relay. James, following a little later with a stopping train, was surprised when the signalman to the station beyond the works came up. The high-speed diesels failed, he said. Go gently until you reach it. Push it to the next loop, then go around in front and pull it home. Phew, remarked James. But what about the express passengers? They won't want to make our stops. Too bad, said the signalman. Either that way, or than your people missing their stations. James found the failed train about 2 miles in front. He pushed it to the next station, then got ready to pull. I'm sorry, I can't help, apologized Emma, who was in front. Of those special light coaches. That's lucky, said James. He was already feeling puffed. But he found it easier than he expected. Once the train was moving, the coaches followed smoothly. As for the passengers, they wondered about the extra stops. They didn't complain. The Fat Control met them. I'm sorry we're late, sir, said James. That's all right, James, said the Fat Controller. I'm pleased with you. You have saved an awkward situation. Now, please make Pip and Emma welcome in the shed while I arrange their journey home. The other engines were quiet at first, but they soon found the diesels friendly. Before long, they were all laughing together. James was glad Gordon was away. He had thought. So easily said something to upset them. Gordon came home the next day. The Fat Controller forgave him for his silkscreen and said he was sorry for thinking he swallowed his top hat. It had been Gordon's fault. He explained. A steward opening the ashtray from the carriage window. Now, Gordon, he continued, while you were in Carlisle, we borrowed a high-speed train. This has failed, and I want you to take her passengers home. He paused and smiled. Show them how we do things. Eh? I certainly will, promised Gordon. Right, and Gordon started saying. Back towards the train. Today, Gordon, my lad, you're gonna have the run of your life. You did too. Douglas was waiting to pull Pip and Emma home when Gordon passed. Poop, 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 whistled Gordon proudly, and in a while he was gone. Pip and Emma watched endlessly. Douglas chuckled. Ugh, he said to himself. Young Gordon's a high-speed engine, but it's me who's pulling the high-speed train. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.